wish you would put the seeker up there. The other question I have is, you mentioned, and I might have misunderstood you, did you say there was a conceptual plan with regards to a road or something?
Yes. It was presented.
Do you have a design or a plan?
Yeah, it was presented. It was presented at the Greenway meeting.
Okay, so it would be in that package.
It would be in the Greenway. Yeah, if you go to the Niagara River Greenway, it's there, and we have it here at Town Hall as well.
Now, the other thing that I found interesting was there's two names for this project. On the front, it says.
We haven't put a name.
Well, on the front, it says Riverfront Park. But when you go through the Test America things, it's called the Kayak Launch Park. What is it?
Well, we haven't named it yet.
Okay.
So right now, it's just a Riverfront Park,
So
or River Road.
Will it primarily be a kayak launch site?
No, it's going to be a park that may contain a kayak launch. You know, we're all going to go through. We have to go through DEC.
And Army Corps for the
Army Corps engineers. If they determine that we can't do it there, it'll just be a town park.
Okay, all right.
Whether it'll have the kayak launch or not. We hope to have a kayak launch there.
Okay, I would hope that somebody from GHD shows up at this meeting tomorrow night, because I think I alerted you guys to this back in April via an editorial, and I alerted you to it. I think you all got a copy of that 1970 report where we said there was quite a bit of hazardous waste, and unless there was an immaculate conception, that hazardous waste is still there.
You're talking about the report that Ms. Witcherall gave us from November of '78. Okay. Thank you.
Excuse me, Mr. Supervisor, just one clarification. Most brownfields and Superfund sites in the state of New York that require remediation do not contain primarily hazardous waste with a capital H. Nevertheless, Department of Health and DEC consider them a risk to public health, and that's why they need to be cleaned up. So it's really splitting hairs to say, well, is it hazardous or not hazardous? It's contaminated, so the question is it dangerous or not dangerous?
Thank you. Mr. Wolfgang?
I really came for a separate purpose. The French landing development had an accident. One of our light posts was knocked down, and I did report it to the clerk. But after talking to some of the neighbors, they're concerned that sometimes people are speeding through the section. That light post was on a turn, and I don't know if I know that the highway commissioner plows it, so it's been plowed regularly. But they must have slid off and knocked the pole down. Knowing the cost of the poles, since I had to put them in, I know we don't want to have that happening all the time. So I guess we need to just have a little more concern as to the traffic coming through there.
Okay, thank you. Would anybody else like to speak? Would you like to, anybody from GHD like to address any of the issues that were brought up? No? Okay.
Moving forward, upcoming meetings, we have Environmental Commission tomorrow night, March 12th at 7 p.m. Zoning Board on March 14th at 6:30 p.m. Historic Preservation, March 19th at 6 p.m. Planning Board, March 21st at 6:30 p.m. And a regular town board meeting on March 25th, 2019 at 6 p.m.
Thanks everybody for coming. Have a safe St. Patrick's Day, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Thank you. Motion to adjourn? All in favor? Aye.